This story of Amy Hendrickson that you're about to learn about is going to blow your mind. The one thing that I pride myself most on is getting my client results. And what happened with Amy, and you're going to learn all about this, is truly inspirational. When she started working with me, she had just gotten herself into a hole. She lost her job. She was trying to figure out what to do. She didn't want to get another job. She wanted to start her own business, but she was completely starting from ground zero. So she told me, she said, look, this is my last swing at this. I'm going to invest into your program. Please help me get to where I want to go. Within 2 weeks of enrolling into the program, she made a return on investment, and now she's making $10,000 a month as a book writing coach. She's living her dreams. In fact, she told me she's taking a month off just because she can. She wants to go and enjoy her summertime. So I want you to watch this interview and learn about Amy's journey on how she went from zero, just an idea in her head, to running a 6-figure business just using LinkedIn organically. And the best part of all of this, she did this with less than 1,000 followers on LinkedIn. She was making 6 figures from LinkedIn organically with less than 1,000 followers. So watch this video, get inspired, enjoy it.
I recouped my investment in your company within 2 weeks of signing up with you.
Wow, that's awesome.
I don't know if I ever told you that. Yeah.
Really?
So,
Oh,
yeah.
First time hearing it, but it's really nice to hear. No, I'm glad. Well,
I'm at the point now where 10K months are pretty normal. That's a pretty normal thing.
Okay, so I would like to welcome one of my favorite clients today, Amy Hendrickson, and she is a book writing coach who helps other business owners, well, not necessarily business owners, anyone really, create their own book, get that ready. And she has had tremendous success. In fact, I think her story is probably one of the most interesting ones. When she enrolled in the program, there was a lot of uncertainty going on, to say the least. She came in, she immediately got great results. She executed on the plan. She's been an asset to our community, to our group. And she's given us the time today to really talk about her experience working with me, being a part of our program, our coaching program, what it was like. So I won't say too much more. I'll pass it on to you, Amy. Tell me a little bit more, just about yourself, where you were before we started working together, and then we can go into, how it was afterwards as well.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm a book coach. I've also done a lot of ghostwriting, and I've been a freelancer, and an educator for 20 plus years. But I had always worked under the umbrella of a traditional publishing company or or of an organization. And so last May, in May of 2023, the company that I worked for was at the pinnacle of what it did in publishing, and I felt really fortunate to be working for them. And then rather suddenly at the end of May, with no warning, they just suddenly imploded and shuttered their doors, and just everybody was out of a job. So I went to one of your webinars. It was one I decided I needed to go all in. I didn't like what Twitter had been doing. I had gotten clients before on Twitter, but I didn't like where Twitter was headed in May of 2023.
Fair enough.
So I decided, well, I've been on LinkedIn for a while, but I haven't really done anything with it. I think I had maybe 100 followers. So I went to one of your webinars, and that was how you and I started working together.
So literally we started from zero, like just ground zero, brand new business. And within a couple weeks of enrolling into the program, you got your first high ticket client. So on that note, I'd love to talk a little bit of numbers with you then. So, first question is, how long did it take you to get your ROI back from the program, from your investment in the program?
Less than 2 weeks.
Okay. Wow. Great. Okay. And tell me a little bit more about the monthly numbers. Have you been able to hit a 10K month? Has that been a recurring thing? Like what does that look like for your business?
Yeah. So I'm at the point now where 10K months are pretty normal. That's a pretty normal thing. But I've never really been highly motivated by money. I've been highly motivated by being able to do what I want to do and live the life I want, right? In fact, I just signed a client yesterday.
Oh,
and
congrats.
That's going to be the last. Thank you. I didn't tell you that one. Yeah. And I've already started telling people, it's like, look, I'm at capacity right now, and I will put you on a list starting in August. Yeah, it's been good. It's been a very good year.
That's great. No, I love to hear it, right? And on that note, I'd love to hear your thoughts as well about the program itself, right? Because the program has many different elements, right? We have the
Yeah.
one-on-one coaching, we have the online course, we have the group coaching part. It's all like, encompassed in one. Obviously, the chat support, you name it. So tell me a little bit more about your experience just within the actual coaching itself, especially when you were first getting started.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So when we first got started, there are several things that were important. One of them was you spent quite a bit of time with me identifying what I wanted to do, what I was capable of doing,
Mhm.
uh, goals, identifying end goals. So I actually still have all of those notes. And just every so often, when I want to do something else, when I want to add another facet or come up with another way of approaching things, I
Right.
revisit those and sort of walk through them to make sure that everything is still in alignment, and that's what I want to do. One of the things that you did was really useful to me was you walked me through my offer,
Mhm.
and it was so specific that I literally still keep it in my on my desk
Oh, no.
because I'm not joking. It's right here. So not only did you help me come up with like what I wanted to do and how I envisioned my business, but you also helped me quantify it in a way that my customers that it made sense to my clients too.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. No, that's great to hear. No, that's tell me a little bit about the group coaching itself, right? Because you pretty much showed up to almost
Yeah.
all the calls. So you were
Well,
very active. You were a big part of the group. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
I did. So the group calls are an important part, but there's one part that I missed or that I skipped actually. So
Sure.
before when I signed up with you, there was the webinar, then we had the one-on-one, and then you had homework. You have modules for us to go through the videos, for us to go
Right.
through and make sure that we studied them. That made me recognize that actually made me commit actually more to the program than anything else because I am not a great person at just sitting and watching videos and taking notes on them. And so I said, no, I've decided I'm going to do this. I've committed to this. And so as I went through them, then whenever we had the cohort calls, that was just like being in a community of other people who were either exactly where I was. And then
Hmm.
as time went on, either a little bit before where behind me on the ladder that needed help coming up, and then
Hmm.
there were always people that were ahead of me that were willing to help me level up too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Yes. Yes.
always felt like I was in a really great community of people who were either willing to, lift me up or that I could actually help on their way too.
Amy's story is truly inspirational, but she's not the only one. There's lots of people making six figures on LinkedIn organically. It's just because they have the right guidance and they know exactly what to do and they're taking action on it. I'm telling you, you can have the same too if you do things correctly. So for that reason, I'm offering a free one-on-one call between me and you, where I will personally give you a game plan of exactly what you need to do to get your buyers from LinkedIn. We'll figure out exactly where your buyers are on LinkedIn, how to nurture them, and how to get them purchasing from you consistently. So we'll go through all of this on a one-on-one call together. The only thing I'm gonna ask is you got to book the call with me right now. I've put a link to my calendar in the description below, so click on that link and schedule that call right now. Now, trust me, my calendar fills up very quickly, so make sure to click on that link right now and book that call, and we'll talk soon. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next video.